Alright, so this is the 2.7 liter twin cam, twin turbo V6 engine from the F-150, and we're setting up timing chain valve to valve timing. So we have our crankshaft, according to the workshop manual, we have a mark on our crankshaft that's about at the 5 o'clock position, and our keyway is about at the 11 o'clock position. We use the same gear on both left and right banks. On the left bank, because we use these gears, we use the circle indicator marks that are on them, and on the right bank we use the triangle marks that are on them. We'll look at those a little bit in a minute. So I've got my circle marks in the upward position here, and this is timed by using the links, colored links on the chain that just line up with the marks on the cam gear and the crank gear. So we'll start by putting this around the crank gear, getting that lined up, and then we'll put this on cam gear. And then on the second cam gear. So the mark on the chain has to line exactly with the indicated points there. Once we get those lined up, we'll put our timing chain tensioners on. So now that we've got the chain on, we've got the tensioner guide and the guide and the tensioner guide here for the chain. We're on with our mark, our yellow mark here with our circle, and our yellow mark here with a circle, and we're on right between our links here with the line indicated on the crankshaft. So our crankshaft keyway is in the 11 o'clock position. After we get the chain on the left bank, the service procedure is to rotate the crank 360 degrees. So we'll rotate this around until our keyway comes back up to approximately the 11 o'clock position again. So now that we have our keyway back up to the 11 o'clock position, we're going to put on our gear. Well, this is the timing gear. You notice we have our notch and then our timing mark. This is actually marked the same on both sides, our keyway mark, or our keyway notch and our mark. So it doesn't really matter orientation as to how that goes on. So now we're going to install the right side timing chain, and you're going to look at the timing chain. It has the yellow marks indicated here. Now this side we're going to line it up with the triangle indicators on the gear. So start by putting that on the triangle. Remember to go underneath the stud for the tensioner or for the guide. Okay, there's a second one, and then down to the crankshaft where that mark is going to go between the two yellow marks. And then at this point we'll install our guides. And so now that we have our right timing chain on, we're marked up with our triangles, we have our tensioner on, we've set our preload, and we're just going to turn this around 2 full crankshaft revolutions to make sure that we don't have any binding or valves hitting, and it's moving freely. These will pop a little bit as you rotate it around, so once you turn this around, you're not going to be able to line the timing back up unless you turn it around a very large number of rotations at that point, but then your timing's all set.